Petrit Halilai was born in a small village in Kosovo called Runik, a place with an ancient and magical history. But one day, when Petrit was 12, his family and his neighbours had to flee to safety when they came under attack during the Kosovo War. Their village was destroyed, leaving nothing but pieces of what had once been their home. They fled to a refugee camp. It was a scary place to be, and they lived in constant fear of an enemy all around them. Petrit had a wild imagination. He saw himself becoming a bird, flying beyond the horizon wherever he wanted to, away from reality. An Italian psychologist, Giacomo Poli, visited the camp. He gave the children felt-tip pens and paper. It was his belief that drawing could help them think about the difficult experiences they had been through. Petrit poured all his imagination into his drawings. He drew his memories, but he also drew his dreams. With his drawings, reality and his imagination could be together on the same page. When Petrit was older, he lived in many places, from Kosovo to Berlin to Italy and back again. But it was difficult to feel at home in new places, so he collected fragments from his village and brought them with him and into his work. Buried deep beneath where his house once stood were relics of an ancient civilization. He met villagers in Runik who carried little goddesses in their pockets, a piece of their home that they carried wherever they went. As Petrit migrated from place to place, he created little nests for his history and his imagination to rest before they took another flight. He became like a time traveler, visiting his past and creating portals for others to visit. Even if his house was no longer there, his home could be wherever he landed and wherever he found love. In his work as an artist, he opened up the doors of the Palacio de Cristal in Madrid to create a haven for birds amongst his work. He installed feeding areas for migrating birds to eat. He created enormous exotic flowers which filled the space, each with a personal significance to his history, his family, and his love for his husband, Alvaro. Kosovo has an ancient history, but it is actually a very new country. It became independent in 2008, and even now there are still some countries that do not recognize Kosovo. There was a time when Kosovo's history might have been destroyed forever by enemies all around them. But Petrit has decided he will not live his life with enemies, and instead creates work that invites you into the world of Runik and Kosovo, his history, his story, and his imagination. How would you tell the story of your life, using objects and materials from your own history? What story would you tell?